India seems to have achieved phenomenal success in the war against poverty. According to a study of State Bank of India, both rural poverty rate and urban poverty rate in India have plummeted over the period from 2011-12 to 2022-23. As per the study, both rural and urban poverty rates have fallen below 5%. If that is true, this is a big success in the war against poverty. But at the same time, there are people who criticize the survey and the findings, without which the whole discussion won't be complete. They say that, the baseline of the poverty line was fixed on the recommendations of Suresh Tendulkar committee, which was made in 2011-12, and many years have passed since then. So it means that the poverty line had to be revised, and it means the more people will fall below the poverty line. But anyway, it seems that the number of destitutes in India, those who are in the grip of hunger, have definitely decreased, and that is a great achievement. So how was this made possible? Let's take a closer look into the whole situation. Welcome to Insights. This is Hari Kumar. According to the survey, during 2011-12, the rural poverty rate in India was 25.7%, which was a big number. It meant that every one person, every 25 people among 100 people in India were living below poverty line, and that too in rural areas. A large number, majority of Indians live in villages. And when regarding urban poverty, the poverty rate was 13.7 at that time. The rural poverty fell from 25.7 to 4.8%. The year was 2022-23. And regarding urban poverty, from 13.7 in 2011-12, it fell to less than 5%, that is 4.09% in 2022-23. This is definitely a big achievement. As per the survey, this was made possible because of two factors. One is the direct beneficiary scheme, in which government paid all subsidies and other money directly into the bank accounts of beneficiaries. The second and most important act of the government that helped in alleviating poverty was the infrastructure development, massive infrastructure development schemes implemented by the Modi government. It included, projects like, Bharatmala Pariyojana. That was a project to build 4-lane highways connecting 500 district capitals in India. Then there was the Sagarmala scheme, which aimed at developing ports in the country. It meant that it was not just developing ports, it included developing the related infrastructure also, including roads through coastal areas and other warehouses, etc. So, and from 2020 onwards, the government merged all these schemes under a huge program named Prime Minister's Gati Shakti. As per the Prime Minister's Gati Shakti, the government earmarked more than 1.2 trillion US dollars for the project. That was on par with the US infrastructure bill or the bridge or Belt Road program of China. So this matched all those big schemes. And as per the study, that worked well. And those massive asset creating programs had the trickle down effect also. They actually helped to provide jobs to the less educated rural people also. Not just the educated, it provided not just blue collar jobs, but I mean white collar jobs, but blue collar jobs were also provided. So it created it. I mean the power of people to spend more money increased. And these roads helped people to farmers in rural areas to transport goods to urban areas where they could get better prices. Then when the connectivity increased, that increased business opportunities also, and it worked in on multiple fronts. So that multimodal connectivity projects of union government seem to have worked very well, not for just asset creation, but for alleviating poverty also. This is what the study finds. Then, there are other schemes also of the union government. For example, there is a scheme that provides 35 kilos of food grains to every person who is below poverty line. 35 kilos of food grains every month means you won't starve in any rate unless you are unwilling to cook the food grain that you get free of cost every month. So I think that has gone a great way in alleviating hunger. And then there are other projects like Ujjwala scheme, where poor people are provided LPG gas connections, and they get LPG certain fixed number of LPG gas cylinders every year. And then there is a welfare project for farmers. They will be paid a fixed sum every month. And nowadays, you have got many state governments are also providing aid to women. For example, the Ladli Bahan scheme of Madhya Pradesh. Then there is another scheme in Maharashtra where every lady below poverty line will be paid rupees 2,500 every month. Such schemes are there in Karnataka, then in Tamil Nadu, etc. So I think along with the central government, the state governments are also implementing many welfare measures nowadays. And that has increased the capability or capacity of citizen to spend, and that gets reflected in the market also. So that has got a cascading effect in the market, and all these seem to have worked as per the expectation. So India can really be proud, and these schemes have worked. But at the same time, we need to take into account criticisms also, without which an analysis or assessment won't be complete. For example, those who criticize the findings of SBI survey say that as per the poverty line fixed in India, those who can spend rupees in rural areas, if you are able to spend more than rupees 55 a day, you are above poverty line. When it comes to urban areas, if you are able to spend over rupees 65 a day, again you are not poor. But these are not enough for the present times. That's what critics say. They say the poverty line needs to be upgraded considering the current realities, and if the government does so, then the number of people below the poverty line will be much more. This is what they say. But if you consider both the claims of the government as well as the criticisms, we find that definitely the condition in India has improved, whether it is rural or urban. But at the same time, if you ask, is this enough? I would say this is not enough, because still there is very high unemployment, the salaries are still very low, and all these need to be improved. Only then India will be able to really say that we have won the war against poverty. But at the same time, we cannot deny the fact that we have made giant strides in the fight against poverty, and that is visible across the country also. As a person from Kerala, I realize that nowadays those migrant workers who come to Kerala to work are mostly from Bengal, Odisha, and from Assam. Earlier, a large number of people from Tamil Nadu or Karnataka used to come here, and that has stopped. So the living country conditions and income have improved in many states across India, and the minimum wages have also risen in many parts of India. But it's true that it still need to be improved. In certain areas like healthcare, India is a very affordable country. There are a large number of hospitals. The prices of medicines are very low. Then there are medicines, chemist shops, or what you call medical stores across India, called Janaushadhi stores. These are all selling medicines at a very low cost. So overall, India has vastly improved. There is no denial for that, and perhaps that is why Prime Minister Narendra Modi got a third term this time. Let's see how things are improving in the coming days. Meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.